to a brief introduction to Tokyo Ghoul Carnival. Now what I'm going to be doing in this brief introduction is I'm going to be explaining the game, some of the features, and what the menu, is, what the things on the menu are, and what they do. So first we're going to go off this menu, if you can see my mouse, which I'm going to be using to point out the things that are on the main menu, of course. So first off, if you look right here, this little scroll bar right here, these are the events going on. Usually not usually, all the time, there'll be a new character in the gacha that you can roll for, and I'll get to that later. But always there's a new event for maybe a character, nice challenge fight that we're going to get into next. So right here, this is the present box. This is your inbox. This is what you get, present-wise. It's all your items that you get from completed missions, whatever. So that's where you go get them all. Right here, this little red button, you click it, and it collects it. If you click the giant red button right here, the, slightly different red button, it'll collect 50 of them. So let's go back to the home. That's pretty self-explanatory for the inbox. That's how most games are. So the little handshaking symbol right here, this one, sorry about the internet. The internet's going to be a little slow because I'm using something that is recording my phone based off internet. This is for making friends, basic making friends system. If you click on this one right here, you go into here, you can accept friends by clicking the red button and declining friends by clicking the blue button. Done. Look at that. Denying friends. Anyway, so let's go back to the home. So the highlighted one, as you can see, this is the story. So in the story, you have missions. You see all these insane missions that all say clear. You'll start at number 1. These can be completed, and they're not very hard, and you get crystals from doing them, which you use to get better characters. Over here, on this left side, you can read this if you want. I haven't been in this left side in a very long time, but the point is, every day or something, these things will change. Now, if you see this little symbol right here, this means minutes. This is minutes. This is hours. Minutes, hours. I'll show you dates later. Anyway, so each of these gives you orbs and stuff like that. So if I click on it, I'm not going to click on it actually. I'm going to go and do this one on this side. So on the right side, we have the events. Now the events, as you can see, like this one, the one that's going on right now, these are the event missions. These are the missions that you will play and change, usually every week, sometimes every 2 weeks. This one was a 2-week one. It was 14 days. As you can see, the day symbol is not here. This is not the day symbol. And for some reason, okay, here we go. This little tower looking thing, this is the day symbol. This means 21 days. It'll be here for 21 days. The rest of these, as you can see, hours, and none of these say minutes. Anyway, so this is basically your missions right here. So if you go to click on one, so let's click on this one, you're going to be greeted with this menu. This menu is pretty simple, self-explanatory. Up here you have your AP bar. What your AP bar does is allows you to play missions. And so, as you can see, each of these missions cost AP. 10 AP, 20 AP, 30 AP. 10 being the easiest, 20 being, semi-hard, whatever, and 30 being the hardest. Now, there are harder ones. There are 40 AP and I think 50 AP. As you can see, this little thing right here, this is where you can get items. For playing each mission a certain number of times, you'll get items and crystals. And it will go over it up here. If you click on, let's say this one. Let's click on this one. This is the event for Kaneki right now from Tokyo Ghoul Jail. If we scroll down, I'm not going to read all this. It's whatever. We just keep scrolling. Right here. What this is telling us what we can get from this event mission. This is the 10 AP mission, because the first one will always be the 10 AP, the next one will be whatever's next if it's the 20 AP, and then the last one will be the third. Anyway, so if we're going to read this, we got to read it like this. As you can see, every 30 times you beat the mission, this is how many times you have to beat the mission, you will get 1 of this. Okay? Simple. So, as you can see, this one means crystal. It'll actually say it right on the name. If you look at this, this is a crystal. Match it up. This is a crystal. You can do every 6 times you beat the mission, you will get a crystal. You can do it twice. You can only get 2 crystals out of this. If you do, 2 times, fuck, hold on. If you get the 12 times playing the mission, you got your 2 crystals. You play it up another 6 times, 18, you're not going to get another crystal. That's just how it works. Okay, that's basically missions. It's pretty easy. We'll get into a mission after we go into all the rest of the menus. So next up we have this menu right here. I'm gonna highlight it and whatever. So what this is basically your character menu. This is where you have to deal with all your characters. The top one will be your team setup. Now for team setup, this is pretty easy, but it does take some learning. So for team setup, of course you set up your team. It's pretty easy. You click and you just choose whoever you want to be on your team. Now right here at this little thing, this is your team cost. Right here is the max amount you could put, and right here is the amount that you have on your team right now. So if you can see this little purple number right here, this is how much a unit costs. Now, UR units cost more than an SSR unit, and SSR units cost more than an SR. Pretty easy. So if we click on this character, this right here is the character's HP. This is their level. This is their attack. This is their, speed. Right here is their cost. And all these have to do with their skills. If you click on them, you can look at them. Whatever. I can't read Japanese. You just eventually learn it. Learn what each skill does. So if you come down here and you click on this blue button, what this is every time you get another one of this character and you combine them together, you will get one of these. Or, however many it says you need to combine. So if I combine another Toka with this one, I will get this one. And if I did 2 more after that, I would get this one. Simple. Anyway, for a CCG unit, it is a little different, however. Right here is their weapon cost. Now, weapon cost is different than just normal cost. If I click right here, I can equip a weapon to a CCG unit. As you can see, a weapon also has a cost. And as I said, 36 will be Arima's cost for how many, point total of a weapon he can have. And I have 2 swords equipped to him. Each one is a weapon cost of 10. Since they are his swords, it means that he gets a reduction on them for their cost, making them only 10 each. So he has 20 cost on him right now, which is good. You can only have 2 weapons equipped to a CCG member at a time. For a ghoul unit, you can equip a mask. And a mask levels up over time. Every time you play a mission, it will go up. Depending on if you play a 10 AP mission, it'll go up 10 experience every time you beat it. And yeah, that's basically masks. So that's basically that menu screen right there. So this one has to do with leveling up a character. If you want to level them up, you'd use this one. So if I click on, let's say this Kaneki right here, the centipede, I get right here. This is where all your crystals are. Now, what you're going to do with these is you're just going to tap, tap, tap. As you can see, it says it'll go up to level 15. Since he doesn't have any orbs right here, it means he can only go up to level 15. So let's go ahead and boost him up to level 15 real quick. As you can see, this is what he will become, what his stats will go up to. So we'll go ahead and let this go. There you go. So what this option means is if it reaches its max, you can click this option, and it'll take you to this screen, which will use your orbs to make him into, as you can see, the first orb will fill up, meaning he can go up to a max level of 30. So to get to that screen, since I've already gone over this one, we go to the orb screen. Now what the orb screen does is, like I just said, you can turn in the orbs into this to gain the max level higher. So if I click on that, it'll go in and make him have that in a higher max level overall, which is good. That's how you make good units. It does cost money to do this, or coins, which you get from just playing the game, or you can also come right here. If you go right here, you can sell units and get coins. Coins are up at the top. Oh man, didn't mean to. Okay, there we go. Coins are up at the top, and crystals are right here. So let's say if I scroll all the way down, I don't have anybody to sell, but if I click him, I will get this many coins right here. As you see, it says how many coins you're going to get. This is the number of coins you will get. These folders right here are also very important. These folders can be used to turn in to coffee and so forth to level up ghouls. Now I'm going to, or, CCG. I'll show that later, but right now, just know that these are important. In each different unit type, an SSR will usually give a gold one unless it's a event SSR. an SSR pulled from the gacha will give you gold folders. But yeah, so this section right here has to do with masks. And if you click right here, you can of course put something into the mask. I'm not going to do this. I haven't messed with this one too much, so I don't know a lot about it. I just know that it fills up that little crystal slot. Now this has to do with those folders. So if we click on this one, we can use, as you see for CCG, we use these. What these are is these like little pin things. If we get 500 for a UR, we can go ahead and do it. What it'll do is the same thing as combining two of the same units together. So you would get this right here. You'd get the one combined, and there you go. For a ghoul, it would be, oh, hold on. For a ghoul, it'd be coffee, and for making a weapon, it would be the Quinque steel. I'm going to show you how to get that in a second. But right here, this last option is just to view all your characters. It's just for seeing what they all look like, whatever, you want to go over and look at their stats. That's where you go. This menu right here, this menu is for buying things. Now, if you want to buy crystals, you click on that option at the top. You can buy crystals. You want to buy AP, say you use all your AP, you want to buy some, you'd click it and it will use one crystal. If you want to buy folders, no, not buy folders. Use folders. You click on this option, and you can use folders. Now this is where it comes into comes in handy. Bronze folders are the weakest. They're crap. You use them to trade for crap items. Silver folders are a little more important. You can get better items with them. So as you can see, I can get 10 coffee for 80 silver folders, and the same would be said for all the rest of these. So what that means is say an SSR costs, I think, 100 coffee to make into the next form, combine one, whatever. You need a lot of silver folders to get enough for that. That would just be a lot. So that's why these gold folders are the most important. They're the most expensive to get and harder to get, and they of course translate to more coffee, pins, Quinque steel, whatever. They're more value, and so you'll get more out of it. The rest of these have to do with usual events and missions that give you items to get these characters. You'll get them just from playing, usually. If you play a certain mission that has it. If you play the event this week, what you'll get is these snow globes. And what these snow globes will do is, if you get enough, you can get the character. It's quite simple, but it does take a lot of grinding the mission. As you see, I played a lot of the Kaneki SSR, Tokyo Ghoul Jail mission, so I have a lot of these. What I can do is, let's just go ahead and do this real quick. If I click this little button right here, I will buy, or I can, show how many I want. Let's say I want to buy one Hinami. I'd click the little red button, and it'll send it to my box. So now I have a Hinami in my box. So if I come back here, I can come over here to the box and grab Hinami. There you go. Now we have another unit, and as you can see, that's how it does it. It's quite simple, and you will learn it as time goes by. This little orb right here, let's see if I can highlight it right here. This is the gacha. This is the main focus that you're going to want to, save up your crystals for. You don't want to waste them. You want to wait until you have enough to do this. Because what this is how you get all the good characters, all the main story characters, all the best characters that you can possibly get. So as you see, you'd come here and you'd click this option right here if you want to spend some crystals to get some characters, and this option right here if you want to do a 30, you want to use 30 crystals to open 6 characters. This one right here is 1 character for 5, and this one is 6 characters for 30. If you click this option right here, you get to view all the characters in the gacha, and you also get to see right here what your chances are of getting them. If you click this one right here, you will go into the little event menu that shows what's in here and whatever. This one down here is the weapon and orb crystal gacha. Sometimes it changes into a giant CCG weapon gacha. It's good. Just save it up. Don't use it until you see that it's changed to something like UR weapons and stuff. And you would click the red button right here. If you say yes, this is your yes. If you ever get in this menu, this is your yes, I want to spend my points, and this is your no, I do not. So the last section we got to go over is the map. Now what this map is, this is kind of your battle map. Now what this is it's changed over time. They've recently been adding things to it. So what this is right here is this has to do with missions. So what you do is you send people on missions, and they will go and fight. And right here, they have a chance. This is their chance of winning. This is their chance of beating this, mission, 15%. And if they win, they get levels. They level up. So if I click this little purple button, it'll optimize for the best team, so 89% chance. So I'd click this red button, and right here, you have, if I use one of my orbs, because you have, not one of the battle crystal things, whatever, you have 5. If you use 3, it'll take 3 minutes. If you use 2, it'll take 15 minutes. If you use 1, it'll take 30 minutes. This little sign, like I said, is minutes. So let's just go ahead and click that. And what'll happen is, as you can see, they've been sent on the mission. So I gotta wait 30 minutes, and I cannot use those characters until they're done. So it's whatever. This button up here, right up at the top, has to do with 24-hour event, not 24-hour, 7-day events, big events that happen with leaderboards. I didn't get into this one much because I got into it late. I didn't realize that it was going on, and so I got into it late, so I got a bad placement. But whenever these do appear, this right here is your placement number. This is what you are in, the leaderboards. This is important because this is how you get items. This little button right here, the green one, will show you all the points that people got from being on the leaderboards. This one right here will show you what you get for being in that, place. If you're in second place, you get all this stuff, whatever. This section, this little section right here, you go to the green button. It also shows you the leaderboards, and if you go in this one, it'll show you all of the items you can get. So these are all the items you can get, and if you see this right here, this is a number right here, okay? This is a point value number. So if you see that, this is my points. I have 2,000 points. I would get all the 2,000 points. So as you can see, let's scroll down all the way to the bottom. That takes a while, but let's just scroll down to where it says 2,000. That'd be easier. Well, let's just go right here. So as you see, this is 5,750 points. If I had that many, I'd be getting this item right here, and it'll appear in your mailbox. That is, how these events work. So also, we're going to go over this. This is the little menu section right here. This is pretty simple as well. There are guides online to this menu, but what I'm going to go over is how to change this person right here. You can change it to Toka, Akira, and Kaneki. So if you click right here, you go right here, and you click this little bottom section right here, you can change who you want. So if I click the first option and I go back, it'll be Kaneki. If I click the second option, that is Toga. Simple. Let's go over here. They added another one. I don't know who that is. We're going to go find out. This is Akira. And I'm going to, hold on. I'm going to guess this is Hide, maybe? Hide? No, it's the other Kaneki. Okay. That makes sense considering this is the new event right here. So I guess they added him. So now you can choose him as a character as well. So that basically goes over that. Let's put that back on Toka. So going fully over the menu here, right here is your rank. This is your level. This up here is your name, whatever you put in for your name. This right here is your EXP. Pretty simple. AP, money, crystals, and right here is your characters and who you have, selected as your main team. Now to do that, I should go over that. Who you want to select as your main team, that'll show up right here. You click the little check mark. So as you can see, this team right here doesn't have the little check mark. This team right here doesn't have the little check mark. It is only the first team. This is the team that is my main team. And every time you go into a battle, it'll be the first team. So let's go ahead and go into a quick battle real quick here, because I want to show, battle stuff. So let's go to this one. This is the new Kaneki event. So we're gonna go and we're gonna do the 20 AP. It's a little simpler. So after you click on a mission, you're gonna be greeted with this screen. So what this screen is this is to select a partner. If I select this Toka right here, what'll happen is it'll become my partner. Now, as you can see, this right here is leader abilities. Now, what leader abilities are is every single character has their own leader ability. Now, since I can't read Japanese, I don't know what they all are, but that's why you experiment. You put a different character as a leader, you check their stats, you try to see what they do. For Toka, it'll take half of their health and plus on to that. So, she'll have, you know, added on half of her health. It's 50% of her health plus, you know, whatever she already has. I don't know. And her attack. It does the same for her attack. So click the little button in the bottom right and it'll start the mission. So now you just wait for the loading screen. If you can read Japanese, you can go ahead and read these tips or whatever they say. Have fun. Anyway, so you get into the mission. I don't like that. That's a loud noise. Scared the shit out of me. Anyway, so you get into a mission. This is what the mission screens, you know, look like whenever you get into the battle. So what you're going to do is, it's quite simple. This is your menu. This will tell you things. Click this button right here. You can quit. Click this button up here. It'll tell you some stuff. Click this button right here. It's back to the game. So, as you can see, battling is simple. You pull back and you let go. And they fire. Simple, easy, whatever. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly go use Hinami real quick. I'm just trying to get this mission quickly over with. Now, biting another character is different to a CCG. A CCG is, of course, not a ghoul. They cannot bite. So whenever you use a ghoul character and they bite another character, they get a +1. Now, there is a leader ability on Kaneki. It was a certain Kaneki. It's the white-haired one. Is an SSR unit. I don't remember which one, but it will gain a +2 instead of a +1 if it's the leader. So, anyway, so a ghoul will gain +1. Once they get to 3, they will turn into ghoul mode, which basically gives them way better stats. For a CCG member, if I bounce off, as you see Toka, she will shoot. And if I bounce off Hinami, she will do a little attack. So let's go ahead and just do this. And what Hinami will do is attack, and Toka will attack as well. And they'll basically do a big combination attack. And the CCG are really good at doing that. That's what they do. Compared to someone like Toka, as you can see, I can go ahead and bounce off, and that does not appear. So if I go ahead and do this, she will bite. And she has +2 right now. So that's good. Some units will, when they hit you, they will minus that number, and it'll go down by 1, depending on, you know, how many times they attack. So right here, if you can see up in the top, this is the OK. This means that you have your special. Right here is the number of turns you need to go through to get your special. So if I go ahead and click right here, her special will give her a stat boost. This is what this is. Some specials will attack, some specials will give you a stat boost, some will, you know, support your teammates, some will heal you. It just depends on the character. Every character has their own. I really hate this fucking... So loud. I'm having these notifications. I don't know if it's going to appear on the recording, but it's annoying. Anyway, so if I click right here, she will use her ability. So as I said, gives her a buff. It is lagging because our internet is dying. Anyway, so now she has a buff. So if I go ahead and attack, she does a lot more damage and will basically demolish an opponent. This is also another time I can go over one last thing to make battles easier and, you know, overall an easier experience for you, because this is the most important part to a battle, is the triangle. Now what the triangle is it's quite self-explanatory. If my screen will load. Okay, let's just go over this real quick. As you can see, all my characters right here are red. Okay, so if I click on this one, he's green. This makes it better. Is Kaneki blue? No, he's not. He's green. Okay, so if I have a red unit, let's just go ahead and go into the pause menu. It'll explain this better. Red will beat green, meaning that red will do double damage. I think it's double damage. I don't know. To a green. Green will do double damage to a blue. Blue will do double damage to a red. And so if I go backwards, red will be weaker against blue. It'll do, you know, I think 50% less. I don't know. It just does less. Just know that. It does less. Doesn't do as much damage. And so you don't want to be going up against somebody like that. You want to always have a team that's kind of balanced. You know, I'm going to be going over team making in another video. That's my next plan, is going over how to build a team. You know, work with the characters that you have, the cost that you have, and how to effectively put together a decent team. This is not a decent team. This is just the team that I use right now. Whenever I do an actual main team, I put a lot more thought into it than just throwing on all the characters who are my strongest. So once you beat a mission, you will be greeted with this screen, and I'm just going to go over to the rewards section, explain that real quick. So as you can see, as you fight and kill units, you will usually get these. They come in a different variety of colors. There's the bronze, which give you bad stuff, the silver that gives you slightly better stuff, and the gold that can usually give you either like a good character or, you know, some decent items. So as you can see right here, these numbers are the masks. My masks are maxed out, so they're not going to go up in XP, but if they weren't, they'd be going up in XP. This is how much you gain from your XP, this is how much money you get, this is just your gold, it's yellow. Simple. You click again, look at that, got a crystal, like I said, you get items from playing missions. Click OK. So if I click OK, it'll just go on, you know, stop, put me back on the main menu. If I click this button, however, it'll replay the mission and use more AP, you know, so if it's a 20 AP mission, I replay, it'll use another 20 AP until I run out. Once I run out, it'll tell me I ran out and it'll stop. So this is an easy way. If you find a good partner character, just keep doing the mission, you can keep getting better items, you know, whatever. So basically that was my introduction to Tokyo Ghoul Carnival. I hope this helped anybody who has, you know, any problems. If you have any more problems, just go ahead and ask. I will, you know, help you, whatever. There are a lot of guides on the internet and a lot of, you know, guides to making a Japanese iOS account. I'm pretty sure an Android account as well, and guides to get the game. I think it would be pretty hard for me to actually make a guide to get the game, but overall, this is basically all the stuff that you need to know to get into the game and all that you need to know to get a basic understanding of the game to actually play it. So, thank you for watching, and of course, have a good day. Of course, I'm a little late on the Merry Christmas, so just, you know, happy late Merry Christmas. Or Merry Christmas a little late. Anyway, have a good day. Hope you're enjoying the holidays. My phone just crapped out. Whatever. And good night, everybody. Like, comment, and subscribe. Goodbye.